Hey, Wolfpack fans, Marcy Bullock and Mojo here today with Red Pumps, breaking your records. So this is kind of a fun one. I love this topic today. It's all about helping you to realize how you can improve your thought process and have happier emotions. So here's the idea. The thoughts that are not serving you must first be watched and noticed. You'll see the references at the bottom of my slide. These are the psychiatrists who have looked at our brain and decided how can we help people to train their brain. So there's a few ideas on this. It might sound a little crazy to you, but it works. The data shows that when you try this, you can actually improve your emotions to become happier because you're thinking about happier things. Makes sense, right? If you think about negative things like, oh, I'm overwhelmed, there's a global pandemic, I'm anxious, I wonder if I'm going to get sick, well, then you continue to feel whatever follows I am is how you feel. So here's the first strategy. You nickname your brain. So it's almost like when you catch yourself thinking something that is detrimental to you, like, oh, I'm a stupid person, I'm ugly, I'm inadequate. I'm actually telling you words that real students in my class wrote on a card when I asked them, what do you think about yourself? They said, I am going to be a stressed out person. I'm average. I'm always the victim. I feel like life is meaningless. These are some of the real thoughts people had in their head. So if you can nickname your brain, like, there I go again, Mars, and Mars might be my nickname, then I can all of a sudden catch myself thinking that negative thought. Now, the next thing I can do is I can sing it away to the song of Happy Birthday. That sounds really wild, doesn't it? But honestly, this is another technique that works is you can say, I'm not worthy, I'm not worthy. Everyone's going to realize that I'm an imposter. All right, I've actually just taken what I was thinking, and in that melody, I put the thought on a leash and I disempower it. Now, the next one is the crystal ball. This is notice your thought, label it. Am I trying to tell the fortune? I'm not a fortune teller. Maybe I think, oh, I'm going to get sick. But the reality is that I am not a fortune teller. The joys of recording at home during COVID. I am not a mind reader. If I'm wondering, is someone thinking they don't like me? I'm not a mind reader. I don't know if they like me or not. And the other thing is the self-sabotager. No one wants to sabotage themselves. So that's another one that I really like to use is notice your thought and label your thought. And then the next one is pop the thought bubble. So when I see that thought going across my head that's not serving me, I almost see it like a cloud that's just going by that I can pop. I can even write it down, all the things that I said over here. I can put them in my back pocket, and then it just kind of realizes that I can go through my life without letting this thought rule me, and it doesn't dictate where I go. These are really great strategies. Take whatever you wrote down, crumble it up, and then realize that you can choose another thought because your brain is always listening to you. And whatever you feed it, if it's negativity, these are records you've been playing for a long time. It will take a lot of practice to reprogram your brain. But you can. It's kind of like feeding the good dog, and you just heard my dog barking, so it's perfect that I gave that example of the good dog and the bad dog. If I am always feeding the bad dog, then I'm going to feel really bad. I want to feed the good dog. And we're going to use another dog analogy here. So think about emergence. Nothing in you is broken. It's almost like there's the seed of an acorn that becomes fertilized if you give it the right lighting and water. And that's what is becoming in you. You're not expected in your 20s to have it all figured out. you have this unexpressed potential and you are chipping away at your masterpiece. So once you can align your values, what's important to you, kind of what I call your why, with your actions, you're gonna feel a lot more empowered. So we're gonna end this video with the regrets of hospice patients. So hospice patients who were actually given an expiration date for their life were asked, what do you look back on your life and regret? And they said, I regretted not spending more time with friends and being happy and being true to myself. So we want to encourage you in this video to follow your own dreams, not the dreams of somebody else. And what we're going to do now is end this video and come back for part 2.